One of the things I object to about Harris and Dawkins and Hitchens is their claim, in a word, that religion is the root of all evil. It seems to me that there are worse things than religion, there are even worse things than Christianity. And I might mention two that you may have heard of: communism and National Socialism. So that's my take on it. I think that one of the things about these books that I don't like is that they're seething with righteous indignation about the crimes committed by Christianity and Islam. Now, Christianity has killed thousands of people, but communism has killed tens of millions of people, and National Socialism killed tens of millions of people. So atheists, and the Communist Party was completely led by atheists, there were many atheists high up in the Nazi Party. Atheists have shown in the 20th century that when it comes to mass murder and torture, they can do better than the Christians. So I don't think that religion, and when people say religion in the West, they usually mean Christianity or something pretty damn like it. I don't think that religion is the root of all evil. If you want my explanation for the wave of new atheism, I would say that it's this. It's a kind of sociological explanation. I think that the articulate middle class in this country, who buy a lot of books and tend to be left-wing in outlook, it took them a couple of years after 9/11 to come up with a story about 9/11. By a story, I mean a kind of cartoon that they would all recognize and agree to, an interpretation that would help them get along. And I think the story they came up with was this: the enemy that we've been fighting in the US all these years, the Christian right, and the terrorists who flew planes into the World Trade Center. By the way, they really did, whatever other theories you may hear about. The Christian right and the Muslim terrorists are the same enemy. This is what happens when people become fanatically religious. And so I think that this explains the great success of the new atheists, the bestsellers. It's this story that the American intelligentsia came up with. Now, I'm not telling you whether I think it's a correct story or an incorrect story. I think it's a cartoon. It has elements of the truth in it and elements that are not quite defensible. But I think that's the explanation. And if you look at these books, one of the things that strikes you if you look at these atheist books is they're constantly seething with moral indignation, and they're constantly talking about Muslim terrorists, Islamofascism, and the Christian right.